I want to ask you about this young man, Ravel Morrison. It seems to me that there's a modern-day Shakespearean tragedy unfolding here. This boy apparently is a very, very talented footballer, but he's got issues off the pitch which are definitely holding his development and his career back.
His agent has been, as all of them do, working hard to get him another club. We've offered him terms which he refused, so that's what it is. And
when Ravel was 13, I remember categorically Sir Alex Ferguson saying that this was the biggest talent he'd seen at the club since Ryan Giggs, and that is an enormous statement from someone like Sir Alex Ferguson.
I was there at the club when he was there. Probably the most gifted, most naturally gifted young kid I've ever seen.
Really?
Sir Alex Ferguson, I remember he pulled me and Wazza over one day and said, "Look at this kid's the best kid, better than you, Wayne, when you were a kid, better than Rio, better than Ryan Giggs when you was a kid."
Do you know your status?
No, I didn't, when I was young, I didn't understand what playing for Manchester United was. Do you know what I mean? Now, if you look back, you think, wow, but football is just, obviously you just love the game, so you just go in training, enjoying yourself.
What advice would you give to yourself as that young 15, 16, 17-year-old?
Be on time. That was my worst one, be on time. I moved from Wythenshawe to Stretford, and it's the wrong crowd, you know. Growing up, I would be out till 2 in the morning, not coming in, and then I'm supposed to be in training at 9 in the morning. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not sleeping correct, I'm not eating correct. I'm not living the lifestyle as a footballer.
Ladies and gents, boys and girls, what's going on, people? I'm Mr.GHF, and today we have a special video on none other than the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Ravel Morrison. Here on Glass Half Full, we look at the future stars of tomorrow and analyse their rise to success, as well as the players who were destined for greatness but didn't quite reach the heights expected of them. We do this to give football fans an insight to what went wrong and provide lessons to aspiring footballers what you can learn from these players, whether it be positive or negative. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's go. Born in Wythenshawe, Manchester, 1993, Ravel came from a single parent home including his mother and siblings. Growing up, Ravel had stated that things were tough, and like a lot of single income households in urban cities, making ends meet can be extremely tough, and which led to Ravel to make decisions which would cost him down the line. Throughout childhood and to this present day, Ravel has credited his mother as the driving force for his motivation to make something of himself in life and his biggest source of determination to succeed at all costs, in which he was able to sign to Manchester United as a first-year scholar in 2009 and turn professional in 2010 on his 17th birthday. So, you're probably wondering, how can a player with all this talent and the world at his feet at one of the biggest clubs in world football not succeed? Well, this is where Mr.GHF comes in. From extensive research and hours of listening to his podcasts and interviews, I've come up with 3 reasons as to why things didn't pan out the way they should have and why he didn't take the world at storm. Stay tuned. Reason number 1, belief and confidence.
You trained with us when you was about 15 or 16. Tell me if you remember this, yeah? And Darren Fletcher was sitting next to me and he was shaking his head. I said, "Fletcher, man, what's wrong?" He said, "The kid's taking a piss out of me, man. Taking a piss out of me, Rio." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "He's just looking at me in my eyes when he's running with the ball and then popping it off and running around me. I don't, what's he doing? I can't believe it. Like, you was that good. This is like a Scotland international playing for Man United, feeling he's getting the mick taken out of him by this young kid. And you didn't have the confidence to think you could get in that team. Are you mad?"
In any walk of life, confidence and self-belief is essential in reaching the very top, or even getting your foot in the door to achieve your first major opportunity. Without it, many struggle to perform to true potential due to anxiety, low self-esteem, or negative thoughts. In Ravel's career, it was evident to see that he lacked the sheer confidence and belief in his ability to succeed at the top level. Ravel was blessed with the opportunity to be able to train and play against the best footballers English football has ever seen, with the likes of Wayne Rooney, Rio Ferdinand, Cristiano Ronaldo, and even Paul Scholes, to name a few. Some players use this opportunity to soak up as much knowledge and confidence as possible, knowing that they have the chance to rub shoulders with the creme de la creme of football, whilst others simply curl into a ball and convince themselves that they can never amount to such heights. During his interview with Rio Ferdinand, it was clear to see that Ravel never had the belief that he would be able to lace the boots of the great players in front of him and be able to become a regular at Manchester United. This led him to struggling to stay motivated and work twice as hard to be the player everyone thought he would be. As a lesson to anyone aspiring to achieve any level of greatness, you have to be willing to pursue your goal with all that you have, and with patience and belief, you too will be able to achieve your dreams and aspirations, which I wish Ravel had understood as a young kid from Manchester. Reason number 2, choices.
Being in the wrong place at the wrong time was my number one mistake. 2 a.m, not coming in, and then I'm supposed to be in training at 9 a.m. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not sleeping correct, I'm not eating correct, I'm not living the lifestyle as a footballer. Do you know what I mean?
When Ravel reflects on his life and the choices he made on his journey and professional career, it's clear to see that he made many choices along the way, which eventually put his career in jeopardy. As a United youth player, he stated that many times he would arrive late to training due to being up at night playing video games with his mates, along with attending parties due to the peer pressure from outside influences. It was also documented that Ravel had been caught stealing the boots of first-team players to make ends meet. As we know, football is a big business with many influential figures acting as gatekeepers. Once you are deemed untrustworthy or unreliable to one person, word quickly spreads, and before you know it, you've been blackballed and isolated. While we are all human and make choices that we regret as part of life, especially going into an adult, some of these choices we make bear consequences that may put us in a position of no return, or have the thing we so cherish or have worked so hard for slip through our hands. Reason number 3, influences.
Maybe your background and your upbringing, is that anything to do with it in terms of like not being punctual and not maybe having someone there being on you all the time? Because this...
Yeah, it's obviously my mum's she's a single parent, and she's got 3 children, and obviously my dad wasn't around, so it was hard for my mum. You know, she's got me that's out every night. She's panicking where I am, and then she's got 2 other little boys that she's got to look after. So it's, for not having a father figure or an older brother, it was difficult because she was alone.
In life, the things and people around us and the environment we come from are some of the biggest influences we have. Coming from a single parent household with a parent that has to work day and night purely for survival, sometimes external influences can creep into a young and impressionable mind that is still learning about themselves and life, along with what it takes to be a man. In Ravel's case, a lot of the people he surrounded himself with and the environment he was in, to no fault of his own, were some of his biggest downfalls, with them leading him astray from his goals and distracting him from the blessing he had right in front of him. Had maybe Man United put a proper arm around his shoulder and gave him the right guidance and support he needed, had a positive male figure in his corner to show him the ropes and not fall for the law of the outside world, or wasn't plagued by an environment he was placed in, we could have been looking at England and Manchester United superstar. Many footballers like Ravel from such backgrounds tend to get pulled away from their dreams before they know it. Due to the tough upbringing he witnessed, many of his age mates were up to no good or had no drive or hunger to excel in life, which I surely wished Ravel was able to see how talented and blessed he was. All in all, it is essential that we are able to distinguish any negativity or factors that can take us away from our goals and get rid of them or stay away from them immediately if we can. All in all, I still believe regardless of anything, Ravel's success as he achieved the dream only 1% of people ever achieve, which is to play for a Premier League club and still be able to earn a living being a professional, which him and his family will be proud of for life. Ravel's career is a special case of the curse of the gifted. Sometimes when someone's talent is extremely high, they are unable to take their talent to the next level due to not being able to see how immensely gifted they really are. This has been a pleasure to create the video for you all. I'm Mr.GHF myself. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and feel free to give suggestions on what players you would like to see next. Peace.